89.1 The Bash. WVJC, Mount Carmel, Illinois. A Wabash Valley College broadcasting station. Support local music.
They do a lot with local music.
Support local music.
Very diverse as far as the music they play. Play a lot of local stuff.
This is Megaphone Local.
There's a lot of good music out there that doesn't get any attention.
You can hear anything on here, and I love that, you know.
Support local music.
This is Megaphone Local, an 89.1 The Bash local music radio production.
You heard that exactly right. Welcome in to this week of Megaphone Local. So much great music to get to this week. We're going to kick things off with Kevin Arroyo. He recently released a new single. We'll play one of his older tracks before we get to that one. So this is Cloudy Skies by Kevin Arroyo right here on Megaphone Local on 89.1 The Bash. Cloudy Skies by Kevin Arroyo right here on Megaphone Local on today's hit alternative 89.1 The Bash. Up next, a recent release from Kevin Arroyo. It is I Just Want to Be Your Boy, released back on July 1st of 2025, so released just a little over a week ago. You're hearing it here for the first time on Megaphone Local. It's I Just Want to Be Your Boy by Kevin Arroyo.
I listen to until you feel I'm dizzy.
new alternative.
It's on fire! 89.1 The Bash. Today's hit alternative.
Although a lot can happen in between then and now, I know the days are numbered, love for us. I see somehow that you believe in things that you can't feel. And we said our goodbyes to all the tears. I still got more to say, not to your face, not to your back. The last thing I want to hear is you say you wanna die. You stay the same girl that I learned to love. I ask about you from the man above.
Was Cats and Dragons, a band out of Bloomington, Illinois, with Nothing's Temporary. Cats and Dragons are also quarterfinalists for America's Next Top Hitmakers, so if you like what you heard, go over to their Instagram at Cats and Dragons to give them all the support to become America's Next Top Hitmaker. If you'd like to see them live, you have an opportunity tonight, July 9th, 6 to 8 p.m. in Geneseo, Illinois, at the Central Bank Pavilion. They are doing a live performance. Up next, it's Smoldering by Cats and Dragons.
to the issue among us. We continue to laugh it off. It started as a joke, it's just a simple smoke. A month later, far away. What's the machine that doesn't clean the thing? It crumble down. Oh, silent is the voice that's so loud. I can still hear it shouting. You said it was a phase, it would only last for days. Good to see that I was gone astray. I'm leaving this scene, but I can't stop the bleed.
This is the alternative station.
Different kinds of music.
Music called alternative.
89.1 The Bash.
That I regret that I did to me.
Cats and Dragons once again with their latest single, Mahogany, released back in late April of this year. Thanks so much for being on the show. A short break, and we will be back to it with Melanie Davis, a alternative folk artist out of Western Kentucky. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Megaphone Local.
Rev up your career with the Diesel Equipment Technology Program at Wabash Valley College. Learn the ins and outs of diesel equipment with hands-on training in the lab and classroom. This 2-year program includes an internship to give you real-world experience, preparing you to excel as a diesel equipment technician. Ready to start your engines? Call WVC at 618-262-8641 or visit iecc.edu/WVC today. Wabash Valley College, your future in diesel equipment technology is waiting.
Support provided by attorney Ivan Arnez. You don't have to go to court alone anymore. Ivan Arnez practices criminal defense and family law. Arnez Law Offices can be reached at 812-424-6671 or online at ivanarnez.com. Blunt, honest, legal advice. Ivan Arnez, attorney at law. 812-424-6671.
What's going on, guys? It's Post Malone.
So sad but true. Friends with all my demons. Run away, run away, run away.
Post Malone on 89.1 The Bash.
Did out of a trap, just a swan dive right back after you change. But here I am now saying, put it like that, the argument's flat. I never said I'd fix you, I just said that I was headed that way. Is that okay? When I stared, did you stare back? Were you scared to fade to black and end like the back of your hand? But you still used your fingers to cover your eyes again. If I played nice, would you think about changing your mind? 'Cause I saw you in my dreams, and in the morning I remember how you see your eyes so clear and bright. What were you trying to tell me across the empty room? Offer me a better explanation of why you were gone so soon. Did it get inside my head again? Baby, was the problem here? Maybe that I wasted all my time putting aside my feelings of pride. I guess you never said you fixed me, you just said that you were headed that way. And I said okay. When I stared, did you stare back? Were you scared to fade to black and end like the back of your hand? But you still used your fingers to cover your eyes again. If I played nice, would you think about changing your mind? 'Cause I saw you in my dreams, and in the morning I remember how you see your eyes so clear and bright. What were you trying to tell me across the empty room? Offer me a better explanation of why you were gone so
That was Noctalgia by Melanie Davis, once again out of Western Kentucky, I believe in the Murray area. Davis is a classically trained vocalist and self-taught guitarist. She takes clear inspiration from artists like Joni Mitchell, Neil Young, Bobby Gentry, and Joan Baez. Her full-length album titled Noctalgia, you just heard the self-titled single there, is named after a term to describe the feeling of missing the stars that seem to be disappearing from our perspective due to climate change's effects on sky visibility, a lost romance fading away after millennia because of one-sided action, the same way it often happens with terrestrial love in a shorter time. Those are her own words from her Spotify bio. Great stuff from Melanie Davis. Let's hear more of it. Up next is Ursa Minor, and then See You Around right after that. But first, it's Ursa Minor by Melanie Davis.
I look for you in every passing flicker of your eye, waiting for the body that once had known me in a clear sky to appear and laugh. It's all a joke, a trick of light, a wisp of smoke, still waiting for my told you so, I told you so. But something about the grief you got to carry in this way was how it ate the silver up into a copper grade that rubbed itself on all your clothes. That's the price tag, you suppose. Still waiting for my shine to show, my shine to show. 'Cause if you missed me enough to hurt you, you'd have missed me enough to call. Instead of forcing me to look through the graffiti on your walls that says the band's still playing 5 to 10. The set's on fire, we'll pretend to jump and laugh and clap and then replay it on our phones. If that's the life you'd have for me, I'll learn to be myself alone. Did you feel the way I set my feet back more each day, spending 13 hours with you and not a word to say except that you had claimed this land, you roughed it up with your 2 hands just because you know you can, you know you can. Could you admit to me that you were never satisfied? Something about that shrinking frontier got the chill in your insides until you threw it all on me, a therapist and for free. That's all the weaker one might be, but that's not me. 'Cause if you missed me enough to hurt you, you'd have missed me enough to call. Instead of forcing me to look through the graffiti on your walls that says the band's still playing 5 to 10. The set's on fire, we'll pretend to jump and laugh and clap and then replay it on our phones. If that's the life you'd have for me, I'll learn to be myself alone.
You know who likes special entertainment like that? My mom!
Ah, this is my jam right here.
Run Solo!
Need more coffee. Need more Margaret.
Special entertainment. Everybody back to work. They're fired. They're fired.
Good show! Jolly good show!
89 won the bash.
Passing the blame around, you can keep it all. I was always one small step away from a phone call. Smoke another one outside for something to do. Do you think of me as much as I think of you? The constants, the ones that kept the course. This love of yours wasn't something I was looking to force. I hear alright, yeah, I heard it, so it must be true. But do you think of me as much as I think of you? Keep it all, 'cause you were always one small step away from a phone call. So we can smoke another one outside for something to do. If you think of me as much as I think of you.
From Wabash Valley College, this is 89.1.
The Bash.
WVJC.
Mount Carmel, Illinois.
This is Alex from the Arctic Monkeys.
Are you mine? Now it's 3 in the morning, and I'm trying to change your mind.
Today's hit alternative.
The last two songs you heard earlier was I Can See You Too by Anyone Else, and you just heard another track from Anyone Else by A Thread, an artist out of Fairfield, Illinois, also the lead singer for the band Legally Sheila. Just after this break, another track from Anyone Else's latest single, a collaborative effort with Grim Lovers. It's Bleed for Her after this break. Don't go anywhere. This is Megaphone Local.
Hey Hoosiers!
Your attention, please.
Still deciding on where to start your college career?
Let me explain something to you, okay?
Wabash Valley College in Mount Carmel, Illinois is the place for you.
Say what?
Yes, I know WVC is in Illinois, but did you know we're just minutes away, closer than nearly every Indiana school?
Wow!
Plus, we offer a special tuition rate for Indiana students that's lower than nearly every Indiana school's in-state rate.
Unfreaking believable.
And the quality of education you'll receive at WVC is second to none.
Good, yeah, too good.
In fact, studies show students who attend WVC do as well, if not better, in their studies than those who enter the university as a freshman.
Holy smokes!
To learn more about what Wabash Valley College has to offer, call toll-free at 1-866-982-4322 to set up an appointment with one of our academic advisors, or check out the variety of degree programs available by logging on to www.wabashvalley.cc.
Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, then.
Are you a smaller artist looking to get your music out there to the tri-state? Maybe you just want to expand your audience? Whatever it may be, 89.1 The Bash wants to help. Megaphone Local wants your music on the air. Our local music radio show is geared toward helping expose local bands and artists. Contact 89.1 via TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, or email the show directly at megaphonelocal@gmail.com. Megaphone Local, a radio show explicitly meant to get the word out.
Yes, hello. I was wondering if you could play that song again.
Which one, man?
The one that goes...
No, man, you're thinking of...
You're listening to today's hit alternative, the Tri-State's best alternative music station. 89.1 The Bash.
You just heard Bleed for Her by Anyone Else and Grim Lovers, a collaborative effort. Thanks so much again to Anyone Else for having their music on the show. Up next, a band based right here in the tri-state. It's Wizards at Large with Someone's Hand to Hold.
Hey, why'd you leave me crying? Say why you left me alone. Now that I know what it's like to be alone, I'm here looking for someone's hand to hold. I've gone nowhere since last we talked, but I know you're still on my mind. Though it's changed, you don't take up any space in my heart. Yeah, I know who you are. 'Cause I know who you are. These moments drifting through my head of things I wish I hadn't said. The nights you made me cry to sleep will never end up back to me. I wish I could erase away the countless moments of things I wish I hadn't said. All the afternoons we spent talking about our plans, did they really mean nothing to you at all? Or was I just a flash in the pan? Or was I just a flash in the pan? These moments drifting through my head of things I wish I hadn't said. The nights you made me cry to sleep will never Why'd you leave me crying? Say why you left me alone. Now that I know what it's like to be alone, I'm left searching for someone's hand to hold.
I'm Cole, and we're Wallows.
Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Postcards from the moon. Hope to see you soon. Nothing but moonbeams to assuage my fears. So lonely near the sun, and I'm the only one. Postcards from the moon with regards to you. I hope this finds you well, 'cause you're my Saturn belle. I'm hoping my signal can push itself through. There's nothing but highways for starlight. From up here it all seems so black and white. Postcards from the moon, wish you were here too. And it all seems so funny, even the dark side seems sunny, when nothing seems to matter at all. My life seems like a funny joke. Keep my helmet on or I just might choke. Caught up in a fantastical, beautiful dream. Jump through galaxies, stars and cosmic seas, but I never found a moon as beautiful as you. If I had just one shot, give it all I got to fly back home and be with you. But what if I come home and everything I know has changed? Technology's advanced and suddenly I feel it's strange. Should I really put much thought in the way things used to be? What's the point of dreams if that's all that it seems? I promise that I'll come home to you. Done with my regrets, concerns with second best. Postcards from the moon, I'll see you there soon.
That was Postcards from the Moon by Wizards at Large from their debut album Orchids on Juno. They've got a busy few weeks coming up. First, a show featuring performances from the Commoners, Wizards at Large themselves. Legally Sheila, Arachnophobia, and Devour. A few bands we've had on the show in the past. That performance is a $15 entry fee on July 18th. Doors open at 6, music at 7, and the show itself is located at 5600 Ward Road in Evansville. And they have a show on the following day, July 19th. Once again, it is Wizards at Large with Sideways Lemonade Time, Together in Dust. 3 bands now that we've had on the show, with My Clown Shoes and Woe Boy at the Elm in Henderson, Kentucky, July 19th. Doors open at 6, show is at 7, all ages are welcome, and that one is a $10 entry fee. So lots of great stuff from Wizards at Large. Here's some more. It's Pluto by Wizards at Large here on Megaphone Local.
I remember when we were younger and my fire would never burn out. What they did to me is a shame, but I'm the only one I can blame. What I want for you, oh, is so much more than I could ever do for me. You're my inspiration, my clarity. You're the only one I can see. I was alone in the galaxy, one lonely star, a constellation of pity. I can see you across from me. Oh, my dear, be my one and only. They may say you're a star, but Pluto, you are the world to me. But your beauty's in the stars, like a bright constellation. All of your scars, so trust me, don't take it so hard. When that someone you love says that you've grown apart, well, they say it's the final frontier. But I'm guessing that maybe you just don't belong here now. I'd like to lay down and cry, but instead would you dance with me once more in the sky? I was alone in the galaxy, one lonely star, a constellation of pity. I can see you across from me. Oh, my dear, be my one and only. They may say you're a star. They may say you're a star. They may say you're a star, but Pluto, you are the world to me.
From Wabash Valley College, this is 89.1, The Bash. WVJC, Mount Carmel.
Support local music.
They do a lot with local music.
Support local music.
Very diverse as far as the music they play a lot of local stuff.
This is Megaphone Local.
There's a lot of good music out there that doesn't get any attention.
You can hear anything on here, and I love that, you know.
Support local music.
This is Megaphone Local, an 89.1 The Bash local music radio production.
Hour number 2 of Megaphone Local is here, and things are going to get just a bit heavier for a while. It's Forthright to kick things off with one of their most recent singles, The Wound That Lets the Light In. This is Forthright on Megaphone Local.
Ever since I was born, I've been searching for a swift fall to its low death. Beauty in the last breath.
once again, that was The Wound That Lets the Light In by Forthright, a Midwest thrash crossover band out of the 812. And they've got some shows coming up this weekend. First on July 12th in Chattanooga, Tennessee at the Pulse venue at the skate park in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Alongside several bands they'll be playing. A $10 donation fee is accepted at 4 p.m. That show starts. And then on Sunday, July 13th at the Elm in Henderson, Kentucky at 7 p.m. All ages are allowed to enter, rather. Hollow Valley, Cohen Noise, Red Temple Prey, Ground State, Masking, and Spun Out will all be at this show. Once again, that is at the Elm in Henderson, Kentucky this Sunday, July 13th. And they just released some pretty cool merch that will be available at both of those shows, I believe. So head over to Forthright Band on Instagram to get all of the details that I may not have conveyed in the best way possible. But go see for yourself once again at on Instagram, rather, at Forthright Band, and see all of those wonderful details for the shows this weekend from Forthright. Up next, back to the music. It's their most recent release alongside Low Blow 812. This is Dust by Forthright and Low Blow 812 right here on Megaphone Local.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
And there we go. Hello, everybody. We're the Killers.
The Killers on today's hit alternative.
Again and again, they say I'm never free. All they say, they say
by Nothing Club, an alternative rock band out of Indianapolis, Indiana. They've got a big event coming up on July 18th. It is the What's Left to Dread Fest album release show, once again on July 18th at the Black Circle in Indianapolis for their album release show celebrating their release of What's Left to Dread, their latest album release from back in April, I believe. Some bands that we will be playing alongside them are Daisy Head, Stay Inside, Bouquet, We Love You, Potion Seller, Mesmer, there we go, Peer Pressure, 97, Flood. It is an $18 advance, or a pre-sale rather, $18 pre-sale are for the tickets and a $20 cash fee on the day of the show. All ages are welcome. Doors open at 5:30 that day. Music starts at 6. So a big event coming up for Nothing Club. Up next, also from their What's Left to Dread album, I Saw You in Heaven, and then Honey from their What's Left to Dread album. Don't go anywhere. This is Nothing Club on Megaphone Local.
Keep holding on to all this sacred. What I get to see your face. When I wake from this dream, it seems out of reach. Heaven seems just out of reach.
Alternative.
Music, AM, radio.
All right. 89.1, The Bash.
Watch the back run ahead, slowly making sure it's safe. Now honey's dripping from the tube. So impressed, no one feels it for this boy. Boy, cut out time for guaranteed. Promises when put on the hole. You speak for the
89.1 The Bash.
Many young athletes desire a future in athletics, but don't want to risk missing out on a career later in life. Why not combine the two? Take a look at the Sports Marketing and Media degree offered at Wabash Valley College. Students in the Sports Marketing and Media program will have opportunities to learn broadcasting and announcing techniques, log around 100 hours of real-world experience each semester, and even have the opportunity to visit ESPN production facilities. Start your future in sports marketing or broadcasting today by visiting iecc.edu/WVC. Be a leader. Be a warrior.
Support provided by Wabash General Hospital, proud to be recognized among the nation's top 5% for patient experience by Health Grades, as they have recognized WGH as a recipient of the 2025 Outstanding Patient Experience Award, reflecting the hospital's commitment to compassionate, patient-centered care. And WGH has received a 5-star rating for orthopedic services, including hip fracture treatment for the 7th straight year. Wabash General Hospital. People you know, helping people you love.
Your transformation into the alternative underground is now complete.
89.1 The Bash. Today's hit alternative. You just heard Cellar Door by Bleed Magic, a post-rock, emo, shoegaze, quote, whatever musician from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Kind of an instrumental artist, but it's some good stuff. Raccoon Hats by Bleed Magic is up next.
The future of alternative. The future. 89.1 The Bash.
Bleed Magic's most recent release from June 13th of this year, that was Pavilion, what you just heard. Once again, an instrumental artist making post-rock, emo, shoegaze, and whatever music, once again out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. That was their most recent release, Pavilion. Up next, it's Wife Patrol, right here on Megaphone Local.
89.1 The Bash. WVJC Mount Carmel, Illinois. A Wabash Valley College broadcasting station.
Satellites, let's go tonight for a ride.
Krusty Krab? No! This is
alternative
music. Alternative music.
89.1 The Bash.
Reindeer struck by lightning, 323, and they're all left to lay. 323 bodies decomposing, the crowberry girls wild in their place. Ooh. 23 reindeer struck by lightning, 538 vultures in control, 4,017 miles away from Norway. The rot in this land won't let the willow grow. Did you see it coming? Did you know the storm would hit the peak? Did you see it coming? Did you watch the sky turning to ink? Reindeer struck by lightning, 323, and they're all left to lay. 323 bodies decomposing, the crowberry girls wild in their place.
That was 323 by Wife Patrol from their most recent album released, No Place. Wife Patrol is a band made up of three friends who decided to play music together as an inside joke. In the fall of 2015, it was such a good time that they're still doing it 10 years later, so the joke's on them. The Indianapolis-based trio consists of Nicole O'Neill on bass and vocals, Natasha O'Neill on drums and vocals, and Greg O'Neill on guitar and vocals. With no singular lead singer, the band's signature sound includes co-lead vocals and harmonies not often found in rock music. That was, once again, 323 by Wife Patrol. Thanks to them for being on the show. A short break and back to the music with Best Noodles in Town. But first, a short break. Keep it here.
The sound of opportunity is calling. Whether you dream of being home every night or exploring the open road, a career in truck driving can make it happen. At Wabash Valley College, our commercial truck driving certificate program prepares you for the Illinois CDL and DOT certification. Gain the skills and confidence needed to operate trucks and semi-trailers and start your journey toward a rewarding career. Learn more today by calling 618-262-8641 or visiting iecc.edu/WVC.
Support provided by Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Illinois. Now offering employee pricing. At Steve Faulkner Automotive available this month, our new 2024 Ford Broncos and 2024 Ford F-150s, plus 2025 Ram 1500s and the 2024 Dodge Hornet. Also available are our new 2025 Jeep Wranglers and the 2025 Jeep Compass. All inventory is available in-store or online at stevefaulknerautomotive.com. That's Steve Faulkner Automotive in Mount Carmel, Illinois.
I like Tame Impala. Tame Impala.
My name is Jay. And my name is Kevin. And we are from Tame Impala.
front door with my sign. In case your habit's been supplied, can't let you in when you like this. I should've let you in, but I do and don't know why. I'm guessing you think that you're so sly. I know your ways, as always, misdirection and lies. But I'm a sucker for nostalgia in a taste like couldn't let you go, unforgivable. One more chance to get it right before your funeral. Couldn't let you go, unforgivable. Heavy on my mind, heavy on my mind. So I'm bracing for news of your demise. And it's been so long since your better half has died, and I can't even recognize you anymore. I shouldn't let you in, but I do and don't know why. Apologetic, but you never made a change, and now you're offended by the way that everything should go. Apologetic, but you never made a change, and now second guessing every choice you ever made till now. Couldn't let you go, unforgivable. One more chance to get it right before your funeral. Couldn't let you go, unforgivable. Heavy on my mind, heavy on my mind. So I couldn't let you go. I couldn't let you go, unforgivable.
That was Mushroom Tea by Best Noodles in Town, a emo alt-rock band out of Indianapolis, from their most recent release, Better I Think, their EP release, rather. Up next, it's Your Fiction, also first released as a single, but then released on this EP, Better I Think. It's Your Fiction by Best Noodles in Town.
You are the worst kind of weak. It's like your mouth is a sieve, string the truth from deceit. We all thought you'd be something by now, but something's
That was A Modest Proposal with Grave Robber. Up next is Silver Hair by A Modest Proposal, but first, they will be playing at the Shallow Release Show with support from Shatterhand and Truck, as well as Modest Proposal themselves at the Damsel Brew Pub on August 1st. That's a Friday. Music is at 7 with a $10 entry fee. All ages are welcome. Once again, that is August 1st. So you've got some time to make plans if you want to make it out there to the Damsel Brew Pub to see the Shallow Release Show. Once again, up next, Silver Hair by Modest Proposal, and then we will leave you with music by Doze Rose this week on Megaphone Local. Thanks so much for tuning in this week.
One question before we start this show. Are you ready?
89.1 The Bash.
Feels like there's never change, like the world will always stay the same. The tides will shift and they'll leave you drifting. Try to sink your feet in the sand. Civilization's built to burn, 'cause nothing lasts in time. it out here, and still you don't.